Hello, crew. It is Sunday, the 21st of October. I'm sitting in the van at Brad and Linda's house. I watched your video. Thanks for uploading a video. It's good to see. Nice to hear all the little news. Um, yeah, it's a beautiful day here. I don't know. Let's see if I can get this to focus outside. Gorgeous. Uh, but yeah, so I'm Linda's at us, or Linda and Sarah and Emily at our school's committee meeting, and I'm working on making edits to. Well, I was working on making edits to the book that Sarah and I are putting out, the guide to the After Kill Mary series. So I'm kind of here alone. Brad had to take off and go to a memorial service for somebody in the Scouts that passed away recently, and so it's me and the two youngest kids. It's Taryn and Jesse. So I just wanted to make a quick video and tell you what's up. Looking at my notes down there, that's why it looks like, I don't know if the lighting's gonna wash me out, but it doesn't really matter. So you talked about how your folks are doing after the hurricane. You didn't really talk about specifically. I mean, the hurricane hit pretty close to Panama City, and I know when we talked earlier, you said something about their house being an island now, but you're obviously going to Panama City, so it can't be that bad. I hope, like I said, I hope everything's okay there. Yeah, it's interesting as our folks get older, um, how to deal with that. And Sarah and I are dealing with that with Sarah's mom and her illness now, um, and trying to figure out, what our role is, and with her mom, it's more serious, with the cancer spreading. Um, and we were talking about, what you talked about with Keith and Virginia. And it's funny how, at 50 years old, I've always kind of thought about this, but kind of death and getting old becomes much more real. And I guess, we're really blessed in that this day and age, 50 years old is sort of like 30 was, 50 years ago. But yeah, it's an interesting thing to think about that now, and to think about, wasting away versus dying of some sort of immediate catastrophic event. And of course, we don't get to choose most of the time. We shouldn't get to choose, I guess. I don't know. But Sarah's mom's doing all right. She's got low energy. She has a pleural effusion, which I guess is some liquid in her chest cavity outside of her lungs, which are cutting down her ability to breathe. And it's gotten a little worse. So she's short of breath often. But she seems like she's in pretty good spirits most of the time. She's had somebody living with her for a little while, a friend of hers, I'm not going to go into the details, but basically has spent a few weeks with her, and it's going to be gone for a little while, but then back. And she's actually really enjoyed having this woman stay with her. So that's nice. Moving on from depressing, illness and elderly concerns. You talked about going to Estonia. That sounds like a lot of fun. Actually, and brushing up on your Russian, I'm looking forward to hearing your next video in Russian, I assume. I've been working on learning a Welsh folk song, so maybe I'll make a video of that at some point, called Daku and Gariad. So, yeah. But yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun, and it sounds like if Duncan is encouraging Marshall to maybe come work for the company. It sounds like things are going well for him. He's enjoying it. So that's cool. I'd love to hear more. Bryn was visiting last weekend, and she said that Duncan and Clelia and their daughter look like, whenever they post pictures, it looks like the kind of pictures that come in your picture frame because they're so beautiful. So you can tell Duncan that Bryn said that. You talked about going to see Rocky Horror Picture Show. That is something that I have seen the movie. I've never seen a live version of the show. That would be really fun, and I imagine as an actor, it would be pretty amazing. Like you said, once you get used to the idea that people are going to yell things out and do things that might throw you off, that would be a super fun show to do, just because people would be so engaged. And the worst thing as an actor, right, is when you don't get any feedback from the audience. Yeah, it sounds like fun. I'd like to hear how the second show went for you. Yeah, I'm a little jealous you got to go. That would be a fun one to do. Apparently in Pendleton, they're doing Godspell in like February or something. And Margaret asked me if I'd audition, but I don't think I'm concerned with Sarah's mom's health, and we've got a couple little trips coming up. Actually, I think I told you this, but Kate Lowry's getting married, so we're going to drive down to New Mexico to go to her wedding, and then we're taking Sarah's mom to Mexico to Puerto Vallarta in January, assuming that her health is good enough for that. So looking forward to that. But those things are coming up. Then we're going to talk about a possible trip to Wales again, maybe in May. My parents really want to go. If Melissa is able to go, we'll probably do it if her health is good enough. If not, we probably won't, because we don't want to leave her at home. And there was some talk actually about taking Jess with us, Linda's youngest, the next time we go, which would be a lot of fun as well. So we'll see what happens if that pans out. Yeah. So anyway, I guess that's stuff. I'm also looking forward to hear how the cross country goes with Preston, and is Colleen's running too, I think you said. I know she's been injured on and off, so I assume she's running. I can't remember. You may have said that in the video, but I watched it a couple days ago, and I watched it and had a bunch of stuff come up, and I wasn't able to respond then, so I didn't make enough notes to be more coherent. Let's see. There was one more thing I wanted to tell you. Oh, so I told you I was making edits on this book for Sarah. The book's actually up for pre-order, which is really cool. We're actually super excited about it. We've had 3 different printed sets of proofs, and I've got all the edits done now, but I need some clarification from Sarah on one little piece. And then we're going to send away to get a final set of proofs, which we'll get probably by Thursday if we order it today. And I think it goes on sale on November 6th. So we figured on Election Day, it would give people something to think about other than the election, which I honestly don't want to think about the politics. So, yeah, so I've been working on that and super excited about that. I made actually a little trailer video and advertisement for Sarah. I'm actually not happy the sound quality didn't come out very well. So I need to figure out how to fix that before we start making more videos. Yeah, it's funny that making the video with Sarah tends to want to wing it with the videos. And I'm like, you can't wing it. You got to practice a little bit. And so it was a little bit contentious putting it together. But in the end, it worked out pretty well. And it took us a couple different takes and a couple different times. And eventually I told her just to go back and write down what she was going to say and figure it out, so she wasn't winging it every time. Because the problem with winging it every time, like I can if you know what you're going to say, then in 2 or 3 takes, I can cut it together, and because it doesn't have to all be one big take. But if you're winging it every time, you say something different every time, and then it's really difficult to cut it together coherently. And which is kind of what happened in the final video we did. But yeah, it's still good. I think it serves our purpose, but I would prefer to have a higher quality product. Anyway, don't want to keep on babbling on. I'm already past 10 minutes. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'll upload this as soon as I get a chance. Hope you're doing well. Give my best to Keith and Virginia and your lovely wife, as well as your kids. Catch you later. Bye-bye.